So here's some concept art for that mutant movie idea. Because that video is really long, and you just have to. So this will hopefully explain it a lot better. This is a wrecker. These big guys are wreckers. Um, this jacket that they wear, they're 7.5 foot tall. This jacket they wear is made out of some weird synthetic metal mesh that they created on the surface. And these black dots are diodes. The diodes help them summon lightning bolts. And you could call it magic, or you could say a plasma leaks off of their skin and helps maintain the lightning bolt structure. But they can let this sucker go, and it'll fly through the air spinning very slowly until it hits a mutant and cuts you in half, or it hits the windshield of this vehicle and kills the cop inside. So here's a normal human next to a wrecker. These humans get in these that are nicknamed spiders, and this is how you fight wreckers, is with these. The engines for these vehicles are in the wheels. Um, and it has like a police lights on it, but it's got a 7 foot lightsaber. But it's basically just a 7 foot long lightning bolt that cuts through anything. And here's a Gatling gun that shoots lasers. And you normally, as a cop, as a human cop, are just driving around in this all day or just sitting in it. And when there's a crime, you hit the gas, dude, and you start rolling through town, through traffic. Um, and here's a wrecker on the roof of a spider who's about to punch through the glass and grab your dumbass human head and squeeze it. A wrecker can pop a human's head with their fingers, pretty much, pop your skull and kill you. Or they'll grab your arm and yank it out and fucking rip your arm off. So if you're a human cop, dude, you are like spinning and hoping this lightning lightsaber fucking cuts these wreckers in half as these wreckers are jumping onto your damn vehicle. This is a drive-away. It has no passengers or drivers, and they're randomly placed around the city, especially next to freeways. But you drive your spider up to it. If you need to get around the city quicker, you can just drive up, park in it, and lift off, dude. Now you've still got your Gatling gun. You can still spin and rotate and cut wreckers up. And sometimes when you're driving, a wrecker will fall out of the effing ceiling and land on your vehicle and start trying to fuck you up. And you got to be able to whip your arms around and cut them in half so that you don't get killed. So anyway, and also, um, these police spiders have two types of ammunition. They have full-blown lasers when they need to kill wreckers, but sometimes they fire stun ammo. That's what they use to kill to incapacitate human revolutions, human riots. They just ride up and mow the crowd down with stun lasers. And that's how they handle crowd control in this future, because it's full dystopian nightmare. But they'll just open up on thousands of humans with these Gatling guns. Anyway, here's a wrecker's jacket again. This is a battery pack with a couple wires that go up to this mesh tube top shirt thing. But if the spider is firing stun ammo and accidentally hits a wrecker can turn that into a lightning bolt on his shoulder and fire that shit at you. So, dude, picture being a human cop in a crowd of humans that are diving for cover, and these asshole wreckers are running at you, dude. They're firing lightning bolts at you. They're jumping onto your roof, and you're just terrified, dude. You're bobbing and weaving. You're dodging lightning bolts coming at you, and you're just mowing the crowd down, mowing the wreckers down. Here's a mutant. Let's move on. Almost to size. Wreckers are, of course, 7.5 feet tall. Mutants are normal, but mutants just wear cargo shorts, and they're covered in tattoos. They look a lot like wreckers, but they're human sized. But this is their most standard weapon. It's just a piece of rebar, but it's got gold wiring and conductive electrical shit in it. And at the ends, a little ball of light forms, just like a lightsaber. But they can throw these through the bulletproof glass of these spiders, and hit the driver and hit him and kill you. So now here in the other hand of this mutant is the same rebar, but when a lightning bolt hits them, when a wrecker throws a lightning bolt at a mutant, all he has to do is let the rebar fly out of his hands, intercept the lightning bolt, and it'll split the lightning bolt into two, At which point the mutant can grab the middle, which is the rebar. And now he's holding what essentially is Darth Maul's lightsaber. And it lasts for about 2 seconds, which is awesome for you as a mutant when you get this opportunity because now you're fucking Darth Maul jumping into a crowd of wreckers and using it to cut off their limbs, cut off their legs, stabbing them through the stomach. Dude, it's a pretty rad weapon, but you don't get to do it all the time. Wreckers know better than to fire a lightning bolt at a mutant if the mutant's too close. So that's the wreckers. And then anyway, here's the city. Here's the city. Um, it's just these massive corridors. There's one above it, one below it, for 3 miles, north and up and up and down. Here on the streets are cars. These little dots are just cars, and there's buses. There's millions of people, dude, strolling these streets, and these big open areas are balconies where you can look off the balcony down below, and you can see 3 miles down, dude, or whatever, up and down. And on an average day, there's shops in here, dude. This is a big piece of corporate art. But on an average day, you will see a runner mutant hauling ass through the crowd here. And these are all stores. This first couple floors are all commercial on all these buildings, but above it is all residential with humans. But you'll see a runner come running down the street with a hovering cop car flying down this corridor, opening fire with his Gatling gun, the fucking driveway. And he's just opening fire onto the crowds below, dude. So you're a runner. You need to get the hell out of there. But at the end of these massive corridors is where the fallers hang out. These are the freeways. Um, these are different floors. These are the different floors right here. That's the floor below you and the floor below that. Um, this is where followers hang out. And so if you're a follower and you're running from cops or wreckers that are chasing you, all you have to do is run to the edge of this and dive off. And there's traffic. There's shitloads of traffic just going down. And this is how big vehicles are. So this thing's fucking huge. It's like 250 feet or something. Um, and this, I just wrote parks because this is like fake synthetic parks. There's even fake trees, dude. You can take your kids here for lunch or something during the day. But and here are freeway entrances all around this thing, where you as a civilian can drive your car up, and it's like a freeway entrance. It'll let you merge and hover down into traffic with the rest of traffic. And so anyway, randomly you'll see mutants, followers, dive off of this, and they die. That's how they get away from cops. They also can do it to jump onto hovering cars, and fucking, it's pretty epic when you get in there. But so that's it. And so anyway, on an average day, you'll also see a follower come falling out of the ceiling and pass down into these and just falling, and then you'll see cops heading straight down, opening fire on you the whole time while you're falling as a follower. So it's very exciting life as a mutant. Very exciting. But anyway, I'll just cut it short.